I made 6,947 flashcards in Anki. I'm going to show you everything you need to know to make effective and good flashcards for Anki at medical school and make it as concise as I can. We'll show you the interface, how to make different cards, and some tips and tricks to make your experience complete. Anytime you learn something, if you didn't revise it, you forget it over time. The more days that go by, the more that you forget. So how does Anki come into this? Anki relies on spaced repetition to make you remember it. So let's say you memorize that fact on day 1, on day 2 it will tell you, oh, by the way, go back and revise that fact. So basically you are studying at the point before you start to forget. Without further ado, let's begin. Let's get straight into it. Let's start making some flashcards. So the very first flashcard that we are going to make is something called a basic flashcard. Basic flashcards are basically where you press add here, press add, and then you have this. So here's the types. You have basic, you have close, and you have image occlusion. We'll go through each of them one by one. We'll just go through the basic one for now. So basic is like any typical flashcard. You have a front and you have a back. For example, if I put 2 plus 2, back 4. So the question front is what will be shown as a question, and the back is what will be shown as the answer. So if you press add at the bottom, and then go back, and then press on default, study now, 2 plus 2 equals what? 4. Okay, straightforward, very straightforward. Now, at the bottom here, you have 4 different options. You have again, you have hard, you have good, and you have easy. So depending on how hard the card is what you choose at the bottom here. For example, if this card was very easy for me, I'll just put easy, and I wouldn't see it for 4 days. If it was good, I would see it after 10 minutes, more than 10 minutes, more or less. If it was hard, 6 minutes. If it was horrible, I didn't even get it right the first time, I would do it again. And the interesting thing about Anki is not every time you do a card you will see, oh, plus 4 days, plus 4 days, plus 4 days. No, because we said that Anki is spaced repetition. If we did this card once and it was easy and we did it again, then we would see 10 days or 11 days, because the algorithm now knows, oh, he's seen this card before, let me push it further ahead so he doesn't have to worry about it. And at the point before he starts forgetting it, then I will show him this card. Okay? So let's put easy for now. Congratulations, we finished the deck. So now let's add another card. So what is the second type of card? The second type of card is called close. Close is basically, you'd see text and you'd see back extra. Close is basically fill in the blank kind of question. So basically it will be something like fungi can be unicellular as yeast and multicellular as mushrooms. Fill in the blank would be like you would highlight the part of the statement that you want to fill in the blank with, and you would press this button right here at the end, before the end. Close deletion. Press on it and you would see it generated kind of a space for it here. And let's fill it again. Let's use mushrooms. Let's make mushrooms the blank. And then we add the card, we go back, study, and we see it. So fungi can be unicellular as blank and multicellular as blank. So fungi can be yeast or mushrooms, and this is what you would see. This is the second type of flashcard. Okay, and again, you have the options at the bottom. You have again, hard, good, easy, so on and so forth. And the last type of card that we have is something called image occlusion. Basically what image occlusion is fill in the blank, but with pictures. Let me show you. It's important to mention that this is an add-on, so I'll show you how to download this into your Anki. Just give me a minute to show you how it works first. You press on this button right here. So you go to desktop, and I'll press on this one. Okay, so you open it, and this is what you will see. This interface will show up. And you can basically, I can hide this, and I can hide the lungs, and I can have the bone marrow. And I can basically, when it pops up again in Anki, I can guess what these are. You can basically take any image, hide it using the image occlusion, and then guess it. That's why I'm saying it works amazing with anatomy. I can hide this part, this part, this part, but it's important to mention that each one of these boxes is its own flashcard at this point. And that's hard, because if you want to hide 10 pieces of information on this image, it's gonna, let's say you have 50 images, then you have 500 flashcards. That's a lot. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to press shift and highlight all of them. You'll see this small barrier thingy coming up, and then you press on this, the blue icon. Now all of these come in the same flashcard. You press hide all, guess one, just give me a second, and you go to study now. This is the first card that we did. This is how it will look like. Okay, amazing thing to work with. Can help a lot actually. So now let me show you how to download image occlusion. It's very simple, 2 steps. You go on Safari or Google Chrome, I don't judge, and you put Anki add-ons, enter. And the first one, press on it, press on it, and you go down. These are all the add-ons that you can install onto Anki. You can play around with them if you want, feel free. You go down to image occlusion, okay? Press on it, and this is what you see. This is the one that we've been using. You go down, down, and then you look for this code. You highlight it, copy, go into Anki again, up, and look for add-ons here. Tools, add-ons, get add-ons, put the code, okay, and you got it, okay? And you see this bottom panel, this comes from Anki add-ons as well. It's called Review Heat Map. So you can add a lot of different add-ons, a lot of different things. It makes it very, very interesting. So now let me show you where my main cards are. Okay, so main deck. This is my main setup. So today, as you can see, I finished my cards, studied 142. The way I organize my cards is a bit different to how people organize them. I use tags because this is the inbuilt feature of Anki. It's very simple to use and it's really, really organized. Okay, to see all of the cards in your deck, you want to press browse to see all of your cards. Now this will look a bit overwhelming, bear with me. Okay, so this is all the cards that I have in year one. This is how I group them. Do you see on the left hand side here, do you see where my mouse is? You see tags. Forget this for a moment. I'll explain this in a different video, how to download pre-made decks and how to incorporate that into your main deck, the one that you use for university. It's a whole complete different process. I'll make another video for that. But for now, let's keep it really, really simple. So what tags are basically, do you see these things? So semester 1, semester 2, semester 3. I'll press on semester 3, let's say, and anatomy. So I have anatomy, I have HRE, IMS, LJM, revision, and revision 2. These are my modules. And each module, it has its own chapters or lectures in it. So it's very organized. So let's say I want to open 1.15, open this one, you have an image, you have everything for it, everything is here, perfect, everything's organized. So how do you group them this way? How do you make them very, very organized? Everything is with tags. I can look easily for anything I want. Let's say, oh, by the way, I forgot something in semester 3 about anatomy or 1.5. Okay, let me go back to it really quickly. Very simple. So press add. After pressing add, like we said, this is the basic. So what is my name? And then we'll put a body. I have a duplicate. I don't know why I have a duplicate. This is where you go. You go down and you press on this small thingy at the bottom left. Tags. Okay? So now you see it ready for typing. So each time you press space, you create a new group. For example, if I press semester 3 and then I press space, now a new tag, anatomy, and then a new tag, space. I press, let's say 1.9. It's already there. 2.0, for example. Okay, so this is in 2.0. I want it to be in semester 3, under anatomy, under 2.0. Okay, so press add, then go back, browse, and you'll see it right here. So semester 3, anatomy 2.0. How cool is that, huh? So anytime you want to organize your cards, you use the tags. So for example, semester 1, HRE module, thyroid, or 1.1, or whatever. You know, you put it there, and anytime you want to go back to it, you find it here. And this is where tags are very effective. Let's say exam season is coming soon, and you want to memorize cards of a certain topic. What you do is you copy the tag, here, up here, copy. You go back to the main interface, and you go up, Tools, Create Filtered Deck. Press on it, search. So, do you see where the blue thing is? Delete that. Put the one that we copied, the tag semester 3, anatomy 1.16, and we'll call it anatomy 1.16. Limit cards to, let's say, 500. Build. Now, look. All the cards for 1.16 where I have is 90 cards is the maximum for mine because I created 90 cards. Study now, everything is here from 1.16 of anatomy, semester 3. How cool is that, huh? Now let's talk about how to make actually good cards. A lot of people use Anki. I have a few friends who used Anki and hated it because it was too complicated and it was too hard. This is the common mistake that I see that I did as well, is you put a lot of information in one flashcard. Flashcards are meant to be concise and be flashy. It's in the name. So, for example, if we have a statement like this, the lobe is the primary area of something. This is known as the something, while the lobe is something. This is way too long. You have five blanks that you have to fill in with one flashcard. Imagine if you have 700 flashcards or 600 flashcards. That's going to be a lot. The sweet spot that I discovered is 1, 2, or 3 maximum. 3 is the maximum number of blanks that you should have in a flashcard. And similar to the basic card where you don't use more than 3 blanks, for example, don't use more than 3 blanks in an image as well. So for example, if I did, this is a bad example, don't do this. I'm doing this fairly quickly. and then open. Okay, this is a bad example. Don't do this. Don't put 1600 blanks on the same one and then try to guess them all at the same time and group them together. And then when the card comes in and you have 7 or 8 blanks in one flashcard, it will be too hard. You can do it if you want, but for me, it's not that effective. Try to focus on a maximum of 3 key blank statements. The second thing that I really advise against is don't make cards that are too complicated. For example, look at this. Universal Declaration of Human Rights consists of 30 articles detailing an individual something and something. Now, we're not lawyers, we're medical students, okay? I made this card and it's horrible because I don't remember anything from it, and it was horrible at the time, it's still horrible now. Yeah, don't need to do this. And look at the answers. Basic individuals, basic rights and fundamental freedoms. This is very generalized. Detailing an individual's basic right and fundamental freedoms. This is not specific at all. It's not specific in the sense that if you had another example where you would say, what is bigger, bacteria or a protozoa? You would say, oh, protozoa is bigger. That is definite, that is specific, that is perfect, that's a perfect flashcard. This is hard because you will not remember this specifically. When you start doing the flashcards, you will start to get what I'm trying to say. And one final thing that I want to say is do the cards every single day. Now, it's very difficult, I know, to do cards every single day, but if you don't, you will mess with the algorithm. If the algorithm thinks that you need to remember this fact on day 5, and you instead do it on day 8, and you ignore the algorithm and just do it on day 8, the algorithm will now be dragged and it will be out of place to day 8, and then when you want to change it again, it's gonna be messed up. So don't do it. It's gonna mess the whole thing up. It's not gonna work out. I tried messing with the system, with the algorithm. It didn't work out for me. My grades dropped. When I did it for 73 days in a row, my grades skyrocketed because I was consistent. I was doing it every day. When exam season came, I was prepared because I was doing flashcards all year. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I still have a lot more tips that I want to give, but the length of this video is going to be too much, so I'm going to cut it here. If you have any questions for me that wasn't clear or was confusing, mention it in the comments below and I will respond to it. And as always, assalamu alaikum.